Okay, hello everyone and welcome back to Common English Mistakes. Don't just learn, improve. So today I've got some mistakes people make with verbs when talking about football or the World Cup, which is on at the moment. But more generally, we use these for any sport or any game. So anyway, the mistake is up here. Japan won Spain 2-1. So just pause the video and try to correct the mistake. And well done. If you said either Japan won against Spain 2-1 or Japan beat Spain 2-1. So let's look first at the verb win. First, make sure you know V1, V2, V3, win, won, won. And we use win just on its own. So for example, Japan won. We also use win with the match or game, the score, or the match and the score. For example, Japan won the match, Japan won 2-1, or Japan won the match 2-1. If we talk about the opposition, Spain, we use the preposition against. Japan won against Spain. But I would say better, more natural, is to use the verb beat. Japan beat Spain 2-1. And again, make sure you study, know the V1, V2, V3, beat, beat, beaten. And it's a similar thing with the verb lose. Again, make sure you know V1, V2, V3, lose, lost, lost. And we use lose with no object. So Spain lost. It's the same thing with the match and score. Spain lost the match. Spain lost 2-1. Spain lost the match 2-1. With an opposition, it's similar, but here we either use the preposition against or to. And this one I would say maybe is more common and we'd use more generally with sports but also games. So Spain lost to Japan. There's no other similar verb to beat for lose, but we can use it in the passive. So Spain were beaten by Japan. And finally, it's a similar thing with the verb draw. Draw, drew, drawn, V1, V2, V3. And we use this with no object. Spain and Germany drew. We use it with the match or score, or match and score. Spain and Germany drew the match, drew 1-1, or drew the match 1-1. And with the opposition, again, we use prepositions, against, maybe to, but most naturally I would say with. So Germany drew against, drew to, but best, most natural, Germany drew with Spain. Anyway, I've summarised all this information here. So if you maybe want to take a screenshot of that, or I'm going to put it in the video description so you can maybe copy and paste it, do what you want with it. Main things to watch out for are when we're talking about the opposition. Okay? Either we use the verb beat or know your prepositions. Anyway, explanation over. Now let's practice and improve. So just pause the video and look at the scores up here and complete the sentences. And well done. If you said Canada lost against or lost to Belgium 1-0, and Croatia drew with, drew to, drew against Morocco 0-0. And again, just pause the video, look at the scores, and complete these sentences. And well done if you said Croatia won against Canada 2-1, and Belgium were beaten by Morocco 2-0. And just pause the video once again, look at the scores, and complete the sentences for the final group games. And well done if you said Morocco beat Canada 2-1, and Belgium and Croatia drew 0-0. And finally today, we've done a lot of talking about football, which maybe isn't your thing. So just write, say, or discuss the answers to these questions, talking more generally about games. And for me, in my family, we like to play Scrabble. I would say I usually win the games against my mum and sister, although maybe they say differently. So yeah, I usually beat them. I think we probably have drawn games with each other, but it's not very common. And finally, no, I don't like being beaten, especially by my sister. Anyway, that's basically it for today. If you're watching this when the video is released, you can now talk about the World Cup a bit more confidently. But more generally, these rules, common mistakes, and ways to correct them apply for any sport or game. So just make sure you study that table and you'll avoid these mistakes in the future. Anyway, that's all from me today. Once again, if you found the video useful, like, subscribe, and tell your friends. And I'll be releasing another video shortly. Until then, see ya!